Namaste, or G'day. My name's Teague Rook and I'm an Australian Scout. I've been one of a very fortunate few who have experienced something totally out of this world, or at least out of Australia. I'd like to take you to a mystical and magical country where Scouts are working together to reverse a very serious environmental problem. Welcome to Nepal. What is this partnership? It's called the Nature Project, which is a loose acronym for Nepal Australia Good Turn for the Environment Project. If you're a venturer, rover or leader in the Australian Scout movement, you can join up and do your good turn. In fact, I reckon in just a few short moments, you will have an overwhelming urge to join the nature team and travel to Nepal. Teams of Australian Scouts travel to Nepal each July and December and spend up to 4 unforgettable weeks. The first few days are generally spent in the exotic capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. Kathmandu is a wonderful place, a bustling city home to millions of friendly, hospitable people with a history that tells a different story around every corner. Full of restaurants, markets, street vendors and ancient temples, Kathmandu will leave you spellbound. Many visitors to Kathmandu will find the markets here irresistible, from handcrafted jumpers made of yak wool to unique Tibetan jewellery. Just about anything can be bought, and at a fraction of the price you'd expect to pay. Of course, bartering on the price is traditional, and it can be quite an enjoyable challenge. From the moment you arrive in this magical kingdom, you will feel welcome. Whenever you walk down any street in Nepal, you are struck by the friendliness of the Nepali people. Be prepared to learn some of the native language, especially the local greeting, Namaste, which means G'day. After Kathmandu, it's off to the west, to Pokhara, where the work is waiting for you. It's no luxury trip either. Travelling by bus on the main trading route between Kathmandu and India, there's no end to the excitement. And just picture yourself in an Indiana Jones movie. Welcome to Hotel Greenview, the basic but adequate lodgings for the duration of your stay in Pokhara. Then the work begins. The work site is a 5-kilometre walk from the hotel, and then a descent of 306 steps to the actual work area. One of the prime objectives of the Nature Project is to assist the locals prepare, plant and tend to native trees on a landslide site near Pokhara. Our aim is to complete this task by 1999 through a partnership with the Nepali Scout Association and the Scouts of the Kaski district, which covers the Pokhara region. More than anything else though, our objective is to foster closer relations between Nepali and Australian Scouts, an objective that is already on its way to being well established. After a hard day's work though, it's time to relax. Pokhara is somewhat smaller than Kathmandu, but by no means less exciting. The best way to get around is by push bike, though with the hilly nature of the township, there's more pushing than riding. Once again, the markets and the restaurants are well worth a look. I suggest you try out the yak cheese pizzas at Casey's Bar, or the buffalo steaks at the Everest Steakhouse. Or if it's your turn as chef, then you can prepare and cook the fresh food that you bought at the markets that day. After a few short weeks of hard work, there's absolutely no way to describe how you feel. Tired but healthy, sad to leave but happy that you've achieved something worthwhile. You'll be envious of the peaceful tranquility and the simple lifestyle of this truly magical place. All in all, you'll know that you've reached a personal milestone, and the best part is, you've fallen in love with Nepal and its people. But it doesn't stop there. There's certainly something about waking up to the majestic Himalayan mountain range every morning, and when you're actually climbing them, beware, you'll never be the same again. And if the trek isn't enough, then there's also whitewater rafting, and the Nepali rivers ain't exactly tame. Nor is the wildlife at the Chitwan National Park. Here you can walk through jungle inhabited by the famous Bengal tiger, panthers, deer, cobras, and the odd rhinoceros. Or if you're sick of walking, then catch the local elephants. And if you want to get a snapshot of the tallest mountain on Earth, then the safest way is by plane. Try explaining to your friends that you've seen the summit of Mount Everest. So how about it? For more information on the Nature Project, get a hold of this brochure. It's available from all Australian Scout branches. Do something for the environment, but most of all, do something for yourself.